Oh, hiya, good evening. Today I'll be talking about network server, as I've already went to some details with my training package, and I'll explain about the network server and how does it work. Now I'm gonna go to the real machine. I'm gonna show you how network server, the DHCP, DNS, and web server work basically. If I start by going to the Internet Explorer and click on that one, and it's gonna load up a page, and I'm gonna try and access the Acme website. So by just gonna type www.acme.com, hit enter. Okay, so we've got Acme website. It says hello, welcome to Acme Southampton branch. We just assume it's Southampton branch, one of Acme branches basically. So as we could see that we've got the Acme web page loaded up successfully, but again, where did we get this page from? How did it come up? Where is it installed? So if I just minimize that one, go into my computer, and I'm gonna go to the C disk, local C disk, and then click on initpub, and there it is, www.root. This is the folder where the HTML stored basically for the Acme website. So this is where the web page come from. So if I right click on that one and edit it, basically open it with a notepad, so it's going to be just basic HTML language inside. So this is whatever is written here is going to get displayed inside the website. So this is where it comes from. But how does it work with the web server and the DNS and DHCP server? So if we go ahead and open IIS, Internet Information Service. Okay, and I've already installed these server, and I've configured them as well. So I'm just gonna basically show you how it works. Okay, so we have server here, server 1. I'll give it the name server 1. And if I go on a site, so I've got the default website, which is the Acme. And if I go to biddings, click on bidding here. So we could see here the Acme website, port 80, the IP address is 192.168.1.3. So we close that one, and if we click on browse acme.com again, we will get the same web page. Close that one, close this. Okay, but how does it get updated from DNS server? So if we minimize that one again, if we minimize that one here, and we go to administrative tools and go to DNS server, just wait for it to load up. Okay, so this is the DNS server. So I've already configured the DNS server with a domain name acme.com. So in a forward lookup zone, if you click on Acme, notice here that we've got the server as the domain name, which is the acme.com, named it server 1, and its IP address is 192.168.1.3. so this could be accessed from the outside world basically. And notice here that we've got an alias of www server 1, which is the acme.com. And so when you access the Acme, you'll have to click type www, so this is an alias for it. I've also configured reserve lookup zone, which is if you just type in the IP address, it will convert it into acme.com for the web server to understand it basically. Okay, and if we go ahead here and just go to the command prompt here, and I'm just gonna type ns lookup www.acme.com, hit enter, and there it is. So we've got the name as the server 1 acme.com. The IP address is 192.168.1.3, and the alias, as I said to you, I've created the www, so that will link to acme.com. Okay, and you may be wondered, okay, so he showed us the web server, he's got the DNS server, so how do you get your IP addresses updated? So the final part is I'm just gonna go to the DHCP server, load that one up, and just wait for it to load up. Okay, so I've installed DHCP server, I've configured it, server 1 again, domain name is acme.com, so IPv4, IP version 4, this is the one we're using. We've got the green icon, which means the scope is active at the moment, so we've got scopes being added. So I've assumed that Acme, they need 50 usable IP address, so I've started IP address is 192.168.1.4 till 54. I have excluded 6 addresses. This is for the server, so these are excluded from the networks basically, so they cannot be used. And if I go to the scope option, so we could see the router address is 192.168.1.3, the DNS server, which is the as I said 192.168.1.3, and the domain name is acme.com. Okay, if I right click on the IB version 4 and if I go to properties, I'm gonna show you something. If I go to the DNS, notice here that we've got enabled DNS dynamic update. Okay, so we've got dynamically update the DNS server. So basically you have to tick this option when you install the DHCP server. I've already installed it and I've gave it the option, I've chosen the option basically to update DNS server automatically. So when you access the internet, the web server is gonna talk to the DNS. DNS is gonna talk to DHCP server, and it's like a circle basically. They work together. DHCP server updated the DNS, DNS update the web server, and then we get the website of the web page loaded basically. If I just minimize that and make this window small here, okay, I'm gonna give you a good example. I hope that will make sense and will be clear. We've got the DNS, minimize the DNS as well. Okay, so and the web server here, minimize it as well. Okay, my good example is basically it will be we've got DHCP server, we've got DNS server, we've got the web server. So this is how they work together and how they get updated. But think about this, the whole process. Let's give an example of I'm sure everyone is aware of the Sky. If you got a Sky dish and you've got a Skybox and TV basically, and you wanted to watch a Sky Sport and a Premier League or movies, so basically let's assume you've only got the TV, that's the web server, yeah? So you cannot access TV without Skybox or Sky Dish. So it's the same basically. So we've got the web server, DNS, and the DHCP server. The Sky Dish, let's say this is the Sky Dish, okay, and the DNS is the Skybox, so that you could watch movies or sport here, and the DNS is the TV, where you could watch your programs basically. So the Sky Dish, you will feed the Skybox, and the Skybox with a cable, it will go to the TV, and you will be able to access the football or the movie you wanted to watch. So this is the same with the network server. DHCP will update the DNS, DNS will update the web server, and we will get the web page. So this is how our network works. And the final part is I just want to show you that again I've already configured everything, but I just want to show you that I've done a static IP address. This is for the DHCP, DNS, and the web server. If I go to properties in the local area network, if I click on the local area network, and if I go to properties in here, and I'm gonna go to IB version 4, IB version 4 properties, and I've got, as you could see, use the following IP address as a basically a static IP address. So this is the DHCP, DNS, and web server address, and this is the router default gateway address. The subnet mask is class C 255.255.255, and DNS I've used the same as the IP address basically in here. So this is where we get the IP address, how it's being set as static, and this is it basically. Thanks for watching.